What is going on, Marvel Rivalers? It is your boy Chaos Pro and Skinny Lad Chris, and we are your Marvel Rivals podcast hosts. This is episode 43, and oh my goodness, Chris, it's good to be back. How are you?
Doing great. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of just I don't know, I'm coming off the high of the tournament, to be honest. It was
I
good, like
I
a really good tournament just happened.
I see that, dude. I see that.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
see.
dude, I love the jersey, dude. You're looking
Yeah,
pretty
I love
good.
your jersey.
Hey, by the way, dude, that's right. Your boy, I got the Super Gomez Sentinels Rivals jersey. You want to hear something really funny about this? You want to hear something really
Mhm.
funny? I have the jersey before the entire team has their jerseys.
Yeah, and what's funny is your jersey looks like it's tailored to you somehow.
Oh, cause I'm
It's
jacked,
like your
dude.
perfect size. I don't understand. How are you joining the team?
Nah, I wish, dude. Sheesh. All right. So today's episode, we're gonna have some really fun things. I do want to say sorry about not having a podcast last week. Me and Chris, we just needed we needed a breakaway. We do them every week, and we want to make sure that these things are still feeling very fresh and exciting. And honestly, we had the giant tournament last week, and us doing as well as we did. We just been playing so much, and the content was just I totally, not only did I forget, me and Chris totally forgot. I just wanted to apologize for that, but we're back on this same schedule, brand new, lots of things, and we're back to our normal Monday schedules. Chris, I'm juiced because today we're going to be talking about the Ignite tournament. We're going to be talking about some of the new skins coming, and then we're going to finish the podcast out with the final day's conversation of the season 2.5. On top of that, next episode, we just want to quickly clarify we will be doing a tier list on our final thoughts before the new season arises. So me and Chris will be doing our typically long podcast next time on our tier list of who we think is the best and whatnot and all that good stuff. But Chris, I'm excited about this episode because what a whirlwind of emotions.
I'm not I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought the tournament would go like I somehow I thought it would just be like all or nothing, one of the sides.
Right. I'm
Never did I think it would go to a game 7. I
yeah.
really didn't.
I got to be honest though, and back to the jerseys thing. I'm actually like really I'm really happy because like you even said, like, I really got the jersey just in the nick of time. And I don't know, man. It seems pretty it seems to be pretty good. I actually took it out. I'm not gonna lie. I took it out. We went to the mall to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory because our malls are like pretty like top notch. They're not just a mall, like they're really nice. Like it's a really nice mall with like really high end stores and stuff. And we went to the mall, and I kid you not, like our waiter was like, "You're not Super Gomez," and I was like, "How do you know?" And he goes, "I watch Rivals, man, and you're not him." And I was like, "Oh, well, okay." He goes, "But I am a fan, dude." Like, yeah. And so sadly, my boy Gomez is benched right now, but holy moly, what an event, dude. So I'm pretty happy. I mean, I got my jersey before they did, and Chris, I see you got yours too, and you're looking pretty good, man.
Also, they're kind of tearing you apart a little bit. 100 Thieves fan having to root for Sentinels at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing is that I pledged myself to the Sentinel people before they were on Sentinels. It's more of the fact that I'm a fan of the people on the team, not necessarily the team itself. Wherever they were gonna go, I was gonna go, and that's just like,
Yeah.
But I'm like a diehard 100 Thieves fan across other games. Like they're my favorite esport. I will be honest, they are my favorite esports team. A little bit more over Sentinels. I do love Nade Shot. I like the gear. I like the representation of what they typically are. I love their clothing. I have like so much of their clothing. But the Sentinel people, I've known them since the game even came out, and The team itself are Amari, Korova, Rymazing, Gomez. We've had them on the channel and we've had them on the podcast, and they're great. They're just respectfully awesome people. I do want to make this very clear. I think it's so freaking cool that Amari wins another major, like another big major. Like, she hasn't won. They haven't technically won the whole thing, but they won America, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal right now because, dude, this is a female winning another big tournament. This is groundbreaking, dude. I think this is so cool. I think it's awesome. And they're doing it multiple times, and they're putting up a show, man.
So I realized when I was watching it, I think I knew this already, but it was kind of funny that I forgot. The Mori and Crimzo
they are together.
Are they engaged, right?
Yeah, they're engaged. They're engaged. I think they were engaged.
What a way,
dude!
What a way to celebrate together, just winning. Yeah, a tournament together like that. That's so cool.
So before we go further, I do want to say, just quickly tap on to some of the things for this season. Right now, we've got the brand new Punisher skin and the brand new Thor skin. Chris, I'm gonna be honest, as a Punisher enthusiast and as a fan of this character in the game, I love using Punisher. Kind of a letdown on this skin. I think the skin looks nice, but it's just too close to default, and I'm kind of upset. And I'm a little bothered that I endorsed it. I bought the skin. I got the Thor skin. I think the Thor skin's cool, but I'm just gonna be honest. Give us something better than this skin. We needed the trench coat, man. We needed the trench coat, and they didn't deliver, and I'm really bummed out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay. The Punisher skin. It just kind of feels like a alt color. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just very like simple. The Thor one though, the Thor one is pretty clean.
I do want to make a quick notation. Whenever you see these skins, they usually have a background to do with what they're doing. Like, for instance, you see the circle with the it's got like the season 2 on the Thor, right? Where it's got that like it's got the what is it called? The White Queen area, and the it's the logo of the season, right? On the Punisher, he has got Daredevil's logo in the background. I know they've done this with other skins, like Wolverine has like the Daredevil and Wolverine logo in the background. But I mean, look at the DD. Like, it's
that is kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah, not a lot of people have talked about this, but he's got the background. You see it?
Yeah, he just has the Daredevil background.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, man, like, maybe we get Daredevils one day, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, this could be kind of cool. I mean, I don't know how you would make a character like that, but it could be cool. So these are the skins for the week. So if you guys can, don't forget to support your local game developers and buy the skins if you really like them. I've been seeing a lot of people buying the Thor. Thor looks fantastic, and he's looking a little jacked in this. A little bit. Look at that, dude. So jacked. But yeah, make sure you guys get these skins to support the developers and whatnot if you guys aren't already. And yeah, so with that being said, we're gonna hop on to the Ignite. Chris, we've got the bracket, dude. Let's talk about the tournament. I think it's only right that we started off with FlyQuest.
Mm-hmm.
Rightfully so. What's your thoughts on them?
Okay, I like my own predictions, right?
Uh-huh.
I honestly thought it was going to be 100 Thieves, Sentinels, and FlyQuest.
I did too. 100%.
I thought that, like, in my mind, that was like a completely like safe like bet in my mind. I was like, I perfectly see that, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like an easy win for them against Techie. But I think it might have just been like a blunder, because like, at least in my eyes, they were like not supposed to lose to that team.
Right. They did lose, and then the unthinkable happened. The biggest upset like that could have happened to a team. Did you hear or see what happened to them in losers bracket?
I didn't get to see all their games and losers, but I know it was not
Do you know what happened?
that great. Uh-uh.
Oh, dude, they had disconnects. They were up 2-0 and they
Oh wait.
got disconnects.
Oh, I actually
And the
I was
admin
thinking of
ruled
the
them
I
out.
did see that.
They were up. They were up. It wasn't even like a we're losing and we got disconnected, let's restart the match kind of thing. It's more like we're like winning and we got disconnected, and the admin, the ref, I guess, saw it
Yeah,
as
because
like,
didn't it happen on? Ow! I just almost fell out of my chair. Didn't it almost happen in like? It happened in Morocco, right?
I think
And
so.
in the map before it.
I have
I thought it was
never.
crazy, and it was at. If I remember right, it was at like actually really important moments
Yeah.
in the matches that it happened, and I was like, that is so unlucky
Dude,
because they were up.
I went over to Light's stream and I was like, because I hang out. There's like one of my streams that I always hang out in, and he's benched right now, and he was doing good when he was playing, and then they swapped him out for someone else. I don't know the reasoning why. I didn't ask. I don't want to pry into that, but he was doing great. But then they ended up having a swap out for specific things, and then throughout the tournaments, and dude, he looked so upset because they were doing God's work, and then that just unfolded beneath him. It's like I think they had 5 disconnects in total or something. It was insane.
Yeah, they had so many. Yeah, I
And
actually did see that. I thought it was so unfortunate
I
because
feel
like
so bad, man. This
a
is
two a 2 game lead
yeah,
and to lose because like at least from what I was watching, like I think especially on the like the Drac map, like they were in a pretty good spot. They had, if I remember right, it was one of their tanks that DC'd,
right.
and they just won the fight.
Yeah.
So
Man,
it
that's
was like
heartbreaking, man. That is
so unlucky.
so heartbreaking, and yeah, but yeah, I think to carry on, I think we ended up getting like Techie Sentinel. Just they would have had to play Sentinels, and FlyQuest has been known to dethrone them. They've been known to dethrone them. Like the Sen team and the FlyQuest team, I would say have a very long history of battling each other. And what happened in the other tournament that they had like a season or two ago. I mean, FlyQuest was the first team in a long time to like really just shake it up, and they did well. And but I will say, after that, Sentinels ended up just on their side of the bracket. They just started going in, right? They beat 2-1 on Envy. They beat Techie 3-0, and like that was convincing. And then
Yeah.
they reverse swept 100 Thieves in the upper bracket finals. Dude, did you see that? They reversed swept them. 100 Thieves was up 2-0, and they completely turned it around into a 3-2.
Mhm.
Holy. I remember seeing the tweets, just screenshots of just like, oh, dude, it's a big deal. So they solidified their team spots. Sentinels and 100 Thieves and Team Envy have solidified their team spots. They, I believe, are going to China. Is that right? They're going to China for the
Yeah.
overall world. This is I guess the Ignite World Tournament. So there's going to be multiple teams. There's going to be multiple teams essentially competing from different regions. There's going to be the Asian, the European. There's the the Western region. It's a big deal. I mean, this is for a lot of money on the line. How much money is it? It's
I think 3. Isn't it like 3 mil?
something like 3 million,
Like
dude.
it's like 3. It's 3 mil, I think, combined prize pool.
These guys are in. A lot of them are in their 20s. This is retirement. This is not. I mean, not retirement, but a lot of these guys for this tournament, going into this thing, have a good shot of making a really good paycheck for a weekends of work, dude. I mean, shoot, you're going to China. You get to have a vacation, the time of your life. I remember I got to travel for MLG many years ago, and being like a player for that, it was great. I mean, traveling at my 20s, getting to do that, getting to compete. I mean, these guys too, these are friends. They're like friends. They're just all friends with each other too. Like at the end of the day, you know, like these rivalries, these friendships, everything. Like Aramori and her fiance are going to like the world championships right now. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I remember seeing her in an interview too. She was like, you know, hugging your team after, and then getting to hug her fiance after a win. That's awesome, dude. That's honestly, that's
so cool.
That's peachy, dude. I'm so happy.
I do appreciate how, like, at least I'm sure the other teams like this too, but like for Sentinels, I just like that they seem to be so like friendly. Like,
Yeah.
like within the team.
Right.
Like Aramori was just doing Kurova's makeup in one of the streams.
Yeah, dude. I told Kurova, I was like, dude,
I just love how just the way they are. They're so goofy.
Yeah, dude. And then Kurova turned it on. Everyone's like, dang, boy, you looking gorgeous. Yeah, dude. They are a good synergy of peeps, dude. And so I mean, so yeah, I mean they're solidified into their spot. ShroudX ended up going 2-1 in 100 Thieves' favor. 100 Thieves and ShroudX in their very first match went to a game 3, kind of a big deal because ShroudX is a brand new esports, it's a brand new team, but they have been doing really well throughout this tournament. I mean, I think it's really cool that we have someone of like Shroud making his own esports and then them doing just so well.
Yeah.
And then EGODS versus 100 Thieves. They also took a game off 100. All of the games, for the most part, have been so close within so many teams. I think Sentinels is really the only general team that have been kind of clearing a lot of their teams in general. I will say Team Envy. Team Envy, I think after after they lost to I mean, I don't know, Team Envy, they looked like there was a lot of ups and a lot of downs for them. What's your thought? I mean, they managed to scrape in and get third, but like, what's your thoughts on Envy?
I don't know. Envy's one of those teams where it's kind of interesting to me because a majority of their players are like long-time players who have all played the game together, but in like Overwatch.
Right.
So I think they do have that advantage of like, because I mean, 100 Thieves, those players have been playing with each other for like a good amount of time now.
Right.
And Sentinels, they have a lot of time together. Like that is probably like the main core of Sentinels, like Gomez, Rai, Kurova, and Armori all have like extreme amount of time playing together since like, the beginning.
Crimzo has and was the coach originally of the team.
Yeah,
he was in charge of the team, and then when they let go of Hogs, and he said, you know, because Hogs at the time it just wasn't Hogs' meta, so he stepped in as the group player, and it just seemingly started to work. And it's really funny because a lot of the Sentinels teams is actually their coaches taking the other coach's place a lot of the times. I mean, I don't Gomez was a tank player, but now he's their DPS, and he essentially was like, you know, I think he even said at one point he was a coach. Hogs was a coach, and then Crimzo was a coach turned player, and they're doing great, man. I mean, it is interesting. This is the era of coaches becoming pro players. It's never been the other way around. It's always been pro players retire and then become a coach.
That has happened for it happened for Envy.
Did it?
Actually, iRemix was playing for Envy, and then he
became
the coach for 100 Thieves.
In Smash Bros,
Captain Puerto Rico himself.
There is a in Smash Bros. There's a commentator that has gone pro because he reinvented the wheel 25 years later and started playing Donkey Kong and started doing well with Donkey Kong and like rising the Donkey Kong in tiers like 20 years after its meta has been solidified. So it's just
Yeah.
like, commentators, coaches, like they're coming back with vengeance, man. They're coming back to play, dude. But yeah, I mean, it is very interesting. I mean, ShroudX ended up going also into losers after losing to 100 Thieves, very close. They 3-0'd Nemesis, they 3-2'd Techie, and then they went to game 5 against Team Envy. I mean, that was a toss-up. I mean, I will be honest though. I mean, FlyQuest, they should have beat Team Envy from the beginning. They should have. It should have happened. And Envy managed to escape through. Then they 3-0'd EGOD, and then they somehow managed to scrape by and beat the Shroud team. And then they got 3-0'd by 100 Thieves. Kind of a big deal. I do want to, once we are done talking about the essential bracket here, I do want to talk about the last match with Sentinel and 100 Thieves, because Chris, Game 7. Holy.
Yeah, Game 7 was beautiful.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know, just don't let Rying play Iron Man. Just don't let him.
So, okay, I want to, dude, okay, so the last couple of matches, man, it has been a turn of events. They on the last, so I believe it was originally Sentinels won game 1. They were up on the momentum. And then 100 Thieves won games 2 and 3. They were up 2-1. And then Sen was like, okay, well, we got to make a comeback. So they made a comeback. It was 2-2. And then 100 Thieves takes the next round, and it's 3-2. At this point, 100 Thieves, they have to carry their momentum. They have to carry the momentum going forward, and they drop the ball. And at this point, on Central Park, I mean, I'm not even kidding you. Central Park, 100 Thieves is on offense. They are on defense, and they are just not able to stop Sentinels. Sentinels walks it all the way to the point. And I mean, their alt usages, like everything about them, like their Groot alts, they're using Ultron, they're using Iron Man, they were using it's interesting because on the game that 100 Thieves needed to win, genuinely, what they needed to win to make it easy was this game. And bro, they dropped the ball because they had momentum. The game before that, they had already won, and they won convincingly. And Central Park, they needed to win this. And because they didn't take that momentum going in, I think that's where it was really bad. Because at that point, had they just won that, it was a convincing, in Sentinel's favor, 3-1 on that map. They held off on defense. Once Sentinels got onto defense, they held them off for a lifetime. On right after first point where the castle's at, they held them off so incredibly long, and it got to the point where 100 Thieves tried to mirror, Terra was just trying absolutely every DPS he had in his book. Hella, he went Human Torch to match them. He was going Wolverine. He was just trying to pick every character that he had. Bucky, it just didn't matter. And I'm going to be honest, 100 Thieves, they dropped the ball. Now, at this point, Sentinels, they had to literally take that momentum and just, this is their best chance. They go into game 7, Chris, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I don't know what happened, but they choked their bans. At least in my opinion, I don't agree with what Sentinels did on their bans, because they hard ban Human Torch, and they ban Luna, causing Oramari to go Loki. And Terra has he's, in my opinion, the way better Bucky over Nectar, right? And
yeah, he's a demon on Bucky,
dude. And they're forcing them to play. They have to play Loki. They have to copy Luna's ult with Loki. Luna for Sentinels is banned. And the crazy thing is about this whole tournament is that they have the new ban system that no one no one's really talking about, where you ban your opponent's characters, not your characters and theirs. You don't share bans. You ban the enemy team's characters. That's interesting because you can't hope to be like, oh well, let's just hope that they ban Groot so that none of the teams play Groot. No, you can literally hard counter the enemy team and not have it work. Like, so 100 Thieves bans Luna and then plays Luna. And it's huge, dude, because that's huge because Bucky hard counters. You do not want 100 Thieves on Bucky. You don't want that. And I mean, Rye just put on a show with his Iron Man and his what's it called, Ultron beforehand. Nectar on Human Torch was putting in work. I mean, they were just doing the skies, holding things off. What are your thoughts, man? I mean, dude, they had every chance. They had every chance to win that, and they dropped it. And dude, Sentinels bulls through them like crazy. What's your thoughts?
I think honestly, this tournament has made me realize how important the ban phase is. At least with this new system, I think there was a good amount of blunders in terms of bans. Like you were saying, I think banning the Human Torch from 100 Thieves is
Or you mean from Sentinels?
Or from Sentinels, yeah. But I mean, Sentinels also, I think, banned it from 100 Thieves.
They had to. I mean,
yeah.
Being able,
having to force, because just being able to force it out of the enemy team so easily is so important. In the very last game, they realized the main reason they were winning the round before, right? And some of the other games is because they had Thing open. And 100 Thieves, I don't, at least to me, they could not match the Thing. In terms of what Crimzo was doing, they just really couldn't match what he was doing on Thing is good. And I think that's why they were winning. In that last game, they realized it and they saved the Thing.
Right.
Before they could ban it out. So I think that kind of left them helpless a little bit. It's crazy how one ban just if you let one character slip through, you're cooked.
So going into this, they banned Nectar's heroes. They banned his Psylocke. They banned the Human Torch, forcing him to basically. And we were thinking oh, he has to go Star-Lord now. No, he tries to mirror Winter Soldier against 100 Thieves, and I'm like, dude, that is. No offense to Sentinels, but Terra on Bucky is just something you don't want to mess with. And I would say in the favor, I would say in the favor, 100 Thieves won their fights more on Bucky diffs. It was like a 2-1 in my opinion from Bucky diffs. But the Sentinels, they ended up showing that they could play the Bucky just as well on the last fight when it mattered. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, both teams, their ults on Bucky was generational, next level, insane, dude. I don't think I've ever seen I've never seen cooler ults done from a Winter Soldier until today.
There was a lot of amazing Bucky ults. Yeah. I just think it's crazy. I was saying this before we started. It's insane how many of the fights were all right, guys, who wants to get a 6K first? Whenever both Buckies have the ult, it's just a standoff.
Yeah.
Of waiting for that perfect moment and then just getting infinite resets.
Man, it was hype.
It's kind of intimidating.
It was so hype, dude. I mean, but okay, let's now that we've talked about Bucky, let's talk about Rye freaking amazing, Chris. Putting in God's work on Iron Man. The fact that no one is banning Iron Man from Rye Amazing is the biggest mistake that any esports team dude, Give that man the sky. Let him be Tony Stark. There's no one better than Rye on Iron Man. Hands down, dude.
He's just so consistent on Iron Man. Like, I think.
So good.
Okay, you know what I think is funny though is it's like, even I think it was on Hell's Haven, Domination,
Right.
where they were just like, Rye didn't hit a single ult. He missed like every single ult, and it doesn't matter. It's just like the passive value he just gets from playing Iron Man and like doing what he needs to do and just doing like consistent damage is enough. Like,
Yeah.
and that's that. And that, I think he literally missed every single ult. So it's like just that passive value from letting him like just beam people constantly and just like do the overload or overdrive, just constantly shoot is so strong.
You know, it's really interesting because I actually mod on Rye Mason's Twitch. He doesn't stream as much as often as he has. I think he's been feeling burnt out. But when I watch him Iron Man ult, he's not a human being. I don't know what it is, but this guy will preemptively put his crosshair, like, and I'm not just saying like, oh, like he's just gonna watch where the person's going and then put it there. He has it preemptively always just like aiming where he wants it to be. And it's almost like as if his like Iron Man ults just have like, like I don't know what it is. He's got to have some kind of algorithm built in that brain or something, dude, because he's not human. He literally will just shoot it into an area. Like, why is he shooting it there? Like, why is he pointing in that direction? Like, I don't understand it. They're here, and then like he's pointing over here or over here. And like they're walking that way, and somehow they connect, dude. They're like, how did he get to there to there? It's like, I mean, look at this on the screen. Like he literally just shoots it at the freaking like banister, and I mean, bro, like he just sees things. I don't know if it's just got a lock on mechanic or like the guy's not human.
I mean,
He's not human.
He'll do that, and he also will just like thread the needle a little bit sometimes. Like
Yeah.
In the final map, I saw him like with like a little wedge in between Emma shield and a Groot wall, and somehow still hitting Emma like through a pillar as well. Like,
dude,
there's no reason to be hitting that.
That man has Counter-Strike level like peak shot like ults, dude. Like, you know how like they're in the doorway, like and then like someone just manages to cross through, and you just all you see is like a head. That was like done. It's like it's there, dude. Like, he just knows.
Man ult foresight.
He methodically sees things in advance. And I will say, watching him play Ultron 2, man, dude, he is so good at Ultron. It's really fun. I mean, but I gotta say, dude, the last game I was nervous. I was so nervous for Sentinels because 100 Thieves had every advantage to win that. They had the Psylocke ban like crazy. They had the Human Torch ban. I mean, Human Torch on Midtown is a big deal. It's a character you don't want to mess with on this map because of just the long straightaways, right? But in general, like they had every advantage. 100 Thieves drops the ball, man, and it's so sad because they had a great run, but every time Sentinels just happened to clutch it up, man. I don't know if it's a nerves or what, but I mean, they had Winter Soldier on that last map with just every ability to have good resets and everything. And I think but I think the best thing that I took away from that last game, and this is my overall, the DPSs, they did great together. Like they did great. They were putting in all the work. The tanks did really good too. Like the tanks did really great. I think the general like MVPs really were the supports, because holy, when things got crazy, Groots were going off, Groot ults were going off, like things were getting pinned down, people were surviving. And man, I was like, oh, there's the Groot ult. There's no way that these guys are like living through like 18 ults, dude, with 6 mans. And dude, Kurova and Aramari just somehow survived every single time, and with keeping their team alive. Dude, they put Kurova on Cloak and Dagger. Okay, this is mind-boggling. Okay, Chris, one of the best supports in the game with aim. Like his aim, like Kurova's aim is just so good, right? They put him on a non-aim based hero. That is next level meta. Chris, that is next level meta, dude. Like what in the hell, dude? I didn't even think that they Kurova on a character that doesn't have to aim. What?
It's just, it's so simple yet so beautiful. It's
It's
just,
poetry, dude.
I mean, it works so well too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're right. Actually, I think the last map I noticed a lot, insanely good like high value fades
Right.
on cloak and like, I don't know, like I feel like this like circuit is like as well like this tournament. I've seen so many like plays from the supports that I don't normally see, if that makes sense. Like,
Right.
I think these two teams, like, there's a clear difference between these two teams in terms of playmaking with supports than a lot of the other teams. Like, one of the maps, Aramori went on a full like flank and
Dude.
got a couple kills, and
Dude,
even like
yes.
Harvey, and even like Harvey from 100 Thieves, like on Loki, on the domination map for
Dude.
Wakanda,
Harvey?
he got a 4K on
Yeah,
Loki.
dude. Okay, Harvey, in my opinion, the most slept on player on their team, without a doubt, dude. They have some killers on that team.
Yeah,
But
like the things I've seen the sports do today is like no other teams are doing that. Like, or not many, where it's like the supports are actively like making such like game changing plays, at least. Like, at least to
right.
me, where it's like you're getting either a bunch of kills or you're forcing like a ton of resources.
You know, the biggest takeaway for me though is that because Vinny is a Groot
Mhm.
main. Like he's one
Yeah.
of the guys that, like, in my opinion, he's the architect. He's the guy that created the blueprint for Groot. When Groot wasn't great, Vinny was the guy using Groot, and he was the guy that defined Groot in ranked. Like from season 0, I know a lot of pros say like, oh, Groot has been broken, and I know that people have been saying that for a while, right? But realistically, we didn't see a lot of Groot in season 0, and he was on the rise on season 1. Vinny has been the Groot. He has been the Groot from the start. And this guy has made a name for himself on this hero. And dude, I think the thing is that it is insane to see him come from like where he was to now, just redefining that character. But above all else, I will say this, and I want to tread the needle on this because TTK, the controller god, right? He's a controller player, right? He was
Yeah.
using Strange, and to see him on EMA, a controller player in like the finals right now for this, big deal. I think that's so cool that he's pioneering that. It's just showing that you it's possible. But both of the tanks just putting in absolute like work. I don't know, man. This tournament was crazy. You know my favorite thing about this entire last match though was that round. I think it was when 100 Thieves won on Spider Islands. 100 Thieves clutched it with Iron Fist. But the best thing about that match, even though Sentinels lost, did you see what they did on the start?
No.
Okay. Rying whipped out magic on the beginning of the game on offense. Gets a 4K. He gets a 4K. He gets a quad kill. They wipe the team. And I mean, Rye Magic Flanks just puts in God's work on the start, goes back to spawn, switches to Ultron, and that's the rest of the match for them. The
It's
thing,
so
it's
it's
so
so
cool.
weird.
It's so
It's so
cool.
weird. And it's like, I don't know. Like I was saying with the supports though, like that, like the feeling of it being like a different like caliber of like team play is
Right.
not only exclusive to like the supports, like also the tank play and like the DPS, like what they're doing is so different. I think I think especially with like Terra,
Right.
like I've never seen anyone else but him be so consistent and like he's a one man army,
Yeah.
legitimately. Like
Yeah.
Like if you only need him to get kills on the board, and he'll do it every time for you, like consistently.
Yeah. So one of our friends was actually saying that that guy is expensive as a player, and what he means is that he just takes a lot of damage because he's just in there, and it's kind of like with
He's
Mocha,
a
right?
resource hog.
So our
Yeah.
teammate Mocha is like he's just a DPS like fiend, right? He plays really strong DPS. He plays hella Hawkeye and Storm, right? Like he's just those are his heroes. He was playing them before they were before Hawkeye and Storm re-emerged. He was playing them, and he likes those heroes. Mocha is the kind of guy where we have to invest our resources. We have to just keep our tanks and our heals on him, and just if you pocket him, they're strong. And Terra is like that. You pocket that man, you make that man live, he's going to have value. He's going to bring the team absolute value. I would say the argument can still be made for Rymazing and Nectar, but Terra is a whole nother level of monster. Like this dude is gobbling up all the resources on the team, and he is just an absolute force to be reckoned with. And it's man, I this whole event has been insane. Like man, dude, it has been such a journey to watch all of these teams, and then now they're going to go to China. I've started to watch some of the China tournament side of things. Their picks are really weird. I will say they're doing things that I haven't seen other teams do. Like they see the game differently, and the comps are different. They're running like Wolverine Thor, and I'm like,
Yeah, they're running. Yeah,
what
very different things in Asia.
Yeah, so
Very different.
it's gonna be very interesting, and I feel like this is gonna be like Smash Bros 2.0 because Smash Bros Melee was like they had a lot of the similar things where like the Asian country, the way they play the game is a lot different than the North American country, and they see the game in a whole nother perspective, right? So like in Melee, when in the early days, we had our solidified, like, oh, you play Fox, you play Falco, you play Marth, you play these heroes. And in Japan, they were playing characters like Bowser. Like one of their best players in the world was a Bowser hero, and Bowser wasn't considerably a character that you would think that would be good because he just wasn't. But he came to America for an MLG event, and he was taking names, and people couldn't understand it. It's like, what is this? We're gonna see that in this. I think we're really gonna see that in this upcoming event in China, where the Asian country, the character selections for them is a whole different ballpark. It's a whole nother game. They're playing an entirely different game than what the other countries are playing. And I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out, because are we going to see different comps? Are we going to see different strategies unfold? Are we going to see different types of bans? What kind of lineups are we going to be playing the same thing against what they're trying to do and trying to make it better? Are we going to mirror? It's very interesting to see. Dude, I'm juiced.
Yeah, I'm just also, I don't know if this is kind of off topic. Have you seen any of the EMEA games
A little bit,
in
yeah.
that region? I kind of just like am astonished that they don't have like 3 slots like how America does.
What do you mean?
Because you know how there's 3 slots open for America to go to China. There's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Envy, Thieves, and Sentinels. There's only 2 for EMEA. They're like highly like favored team to win, Verdice Pro, didn't make it through. Where it's like, in my opinion, I think I kind of wish they had more slots, because like Verdice Pro is kind of Thanos, if I'm being honest. Like,
Right. I would agree with that.
like Sparker is one of the best players. Like he's on the caliber of like Terra and like Amazing, like those kind of like one man army kind of players.
Right.
And it was kind of shocking to me earlier. They're out completely.
Yeah.
They didn't make it.
It is interesting though, because it's like with these tournaments, anything can happen, man. And I don't know. I'm gonna misspeak here. I'm gonna probably misspoke. I'm gonna probably say something that's gonna get me a lot of backlash. But is the Marvel Rivals community big in Europe, as it is opposed to like the other like countries that have bigger slots? Because there's got to be a reason for that, right? Like,
I think it's big, but there's less orgs, and
I see.
so it's more of like a money kind of thing where it's like all of the because America has so many tier 1 like orgs.
Right.
So it's like all of those orgs want to buy in and they want those slots to be there for their players to get. So they just inherently get more slots for America.
Right. I will say,
And
yeah, I've
so
had this conversation before too, where it's like in a lot of games in general, a lot of games. I mean, Europe is always a threat. They're never not a threat. But I know like in League and other countries, like it's like Counter-Strike itself. It's insane to think that like a lot of the times it is a big. There's a lot more orgs because I know Europe takes their they take things serious just as much as anyone else does. It's just I think the population for esports is huge in Asia and it's huge in America. Like we really want to like just make it a thing. And it's I think it's more of the culture where it's like the culture here for esports is like, I mean, we're mainstreaming it, right? Like we're really trying to make it like a big deal. I don't know if Europe is like, I don't know how or what it's going to take for them to get more like esports, but maybe there aren't as big of investors or people that want to indulge into it. But man, make some more teams, man. Get those boys some flights and get them out to the event, man. We want to see some more action and some better players, dude. Someone pick these guys up. We'd love to see more. But yeah, I know that it's gonna be very exciting to see, to say the least. Yeah. So I think, Chris, is there anything else you want to add on this note to the tournament?
No.
Okay.
I think majority that was it. I do think that is like I will say again, that is a huge like shock. Like I think a month ago, if you were to tell anyone that Verdice Pro would not make it to LAN, they would like not ever believe you.
Right.
It feels crazy that they did not make it.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to the last topic. This is going to be a short topic, but we are in the 2.5 final days of the season going into season 3. Chris, we're home stretch. I think there's only like about 11 days left into the season, 11-ish, 11, 12 days left. Rank is starting to ramp up and other things in general. What's your thoughts going into this? How did you feel about this season? Are you enjoying it still? Are you excited for next season? Like, what's your thoughts?
I'm happy with the season. I think I'm kind of just in that point though where it's like I feel like a lot of people are in this stage where it's like I thought this season was fun, but I'm ready for next one. Like I'm fully ready for this season to be over. But
Yeah.
I'm still it's kind of just like every end of the season you kind of just get that feeling where you're like I want new stuff. I want to try something new.
You want new.
Yeah.
I'm excited for 1 month seasons, technically, or not 1 month seasons,
Oh my gosh,
but
I'm gonna be so happy.
I not 1 month seasons, but I'm ready for 1 month,
Hero release.
hero releases. I think that's going to be cool. That means probably faster balances. And then I will say, I did play the crap out of this 2.5 season. I am now currently at about 25 lords in this game.
Oh my.
I'm currently lord hunting like crazy. And I'm actually streaming every single day, or if not mostly, for the most part. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and go hit your boy up at the
grind.
the Twitch dude, because I be lore grinding and I do play a lot of quick play with a lot of friends. But I'm gonna say this. I think next season, depending on how I feel, I don't know if I'm going to continue to try to reach eternity every single season. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I will say I'm very burnt out. I have been playing a lot of tank, and I'm really just for the last 2 seasons I've been just pretty much flexing tank for the most part. It's about 80 to 90% tank, and then a little bit more on the like support side. Every once in a while, I fill in for the DPS role. I'm really tired of playing tank, and I really want to just go back to my DPS side because you remember, I was a DPS monster, and I would always be top frag on all of our games for the most part. I was a DPS monster. I want to get back to my roots and do that and play that, and I really do hope that next season, I hope that more people start learning how to play tank, because that role is so like not scarce, but it's like what's the word I'm looking for? It's so like dry, like no one wants to play.
Yeah, it's barren.
It's
a
barren
role.
It's a barren role, and you know what? And don't get me wrong, Chris and I, we play tank together. We're tank duos right now, technically, and we do it well, dude. We actually do it. We are not only just confident, Chris, but we know how good
get the job done.
No, like, we are eternity level tanks, and we literally it's really rare that anyone gets through us. It's rare that they get through us. We don't make mistakes, and we play well together. I play Emma, I play Mag, I play Groot. You play your Strange, and you play your Thing and Thor, and it's a great combo. It's just I'm bored. I'm bored. Like I wanna slay out on some DPS, man.
So that's what I'm saying. I just want. I need that new. I need new. Something new to go for.
And you know what? I'm gonna be playing a lot more casually. When they do the resets on the ranks, we'll see how much they reset us. Realistically, they're gonna probably put us back to Diamond or Platinum area because we're Celestial and Eternity usually teeter-tottering in those area. I will say I'm just going to play DPS to my heart out next season, win or lose. If I get to like the high ranks again, cool. If I don't, I don't. I don't really care as much to do it anymore. I've hit Eternity, 3 or 4 times now over the course of the seasons, on my main account. And then I hit it on another account doing specific, role challenges, and it's fun, but it's a lot of stress, and especially because there's so much out of your control. There's so many players that throw matches and stuff, and then you have to sit there, and it's just really kind of a bummer. It's not a good feeling. I did hear that there's a rumor of some sort or something. Someone was saying something. I guess next season there's going to be some changes to how, if people are throwing your matches, there's some speculation about some things that are going to happen. So I'm excited because if that's a true thing, if that's true, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, man, because please, man, I will say there is a lot of players right now that have 40% win ratios, and they're in the Celestial range. And I question, it's like, I played against a guy yesterday, or not against him. I played a guy on my team, and he was in quick play. Keep in mind, my MMR is the highest you can be, and like my matchmaking rank in skill-based matchmaking, my thing is sweaty. My quick plays are sweaty. I have Eternities, Celestials, and Grandmasters almost only in my matches. In my quick plays, I'm not even kidding. These are and Chris can vouch for this. They are sweaty.
It's not.
It's not real, right? They're not real. So I had this guy on my team, and he's like, I'm playing Magneto, and he's playing Lord Magneto in quick play, right? And I'm like, surely this guy is new to tanking. This guy has 70 hours on. He is a Lord Celestial 3 Magneto hard main. This guy did not know how to create space. He did not know how to ult. He did not know how to shoot properly. He did not know how to take space properly. He's backing up when he's backing up when he has full health, and he pushes forward when he has 0 health. And the craziest thing is that he's perma putting his shield up like Strange on things that aren't even bothering him. He has full health putting his shield up. He has no cooldown on his shield. And I'm thinking, this guy's got to be new. He's got to be new to playing this game. I go and I look at his record and I'm like, there's no way that people are like that are hitting Celestial 3. This guy had, I think, a 38% win ratio on Magneto, and he's in Celestial
Yeah.
3. Wow. How is it possible that people get through these ranks? And I was crashing out, man. I crash out from time to time,
Yeah,
more
I
like all
mean,
the time. But I mean, don't get me wrong,
uh,
it was a quick play match, so I'm not like completely like, but I'm just watching him back up, and I'm frontlining with like Winter Soldier, and I'm like, what is going on here?
yeah.
What am I watching? Like, I'm watching a Lord Magneto back up on things that he didn't need to back up on. Like for perma back, like he'd take a damage, he'd walk back. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
scared. He was scared. Chris, I'm just not joking you.
Yeah, and I think it's funny you mentioned that for quick play. Even in rank, I'm gonna be real. I call them. I've made a term for it. Just a stagnant player. Like if there's some players you'll get on your team where it's like they just shouldn't be there.
They
Like in the
shouldn't.
nicest way possible. It's like sometimes you will lose a game because Billy Bob Joe is on your team and the enemy team got Thanos, and there's no reason for
Yeah.
it. But it's like it feels like I wouldn't even say like completely one-sided
Right.
because it's like because we've had the games before where it's like this too, where you and me will be on Strange and Mag. We'll each have like 10 final hits, and our DPS will have one.
Yeah.
And it's like and
It's
and
so
and they have like
aggravating.
and they have and they're like, I only play DPS when we
Yeah.
ask them to swap. So it's like, what is this like matchmaking where it's giving me this guy that only plays DPS but can't kill anything? And it's like it just seems like the like skill based matchmaking is so like lacking.
It's also really frustrating because like I've run into this situation constantly where it's like you get the guy that plays just perma dive, right? In your ranks. And
Yeah.
it's really frustrating because I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I'm just gonna vent real quick. Don't get me wrong. If dive is the meta and that's what we're playing, I'm gonna pick up a dive hero. I'll learn the hero, blah 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 blah, right? But I've noticed that there's a correlation. People that solo queue dive heroes are the most selfish human beings in the face of the planet. These guys are throwing people's matches because they just think that they want to go in and they just want to go and style on these ranks or whatever. Dude, stop. Stop throwing people's matches because you're being greedy or you're being like selfish and you're just wanting to play the heroes that you want to play. Like, dude, like stop. Like you're making people mad and it's not funny. It's like it's rude. It's you're wasting people's time. If you want to go do that, go play quick play. There's nothing wrong with playing quick play, the heroes that you want to play. But don't do it in people's matches and then only main those heroes. Like you need to be versatile in this game. This game is a versatile based game. I don't play just three tanks. I play Psylocke. There's my dive hero. I play Starlord. There's my dive / poke. I can play literally Punisher. There's my stationary. I can play Hela. You know, I can play Winter Soldier. I can play Spider-Man. I can play, Black Panther. I can play a lot of the DPSs. And then my supports. Like I play a lot of heroes too. Like I'm starting to play Luna now. I play Invisible Woman. I play Rocket. I can dabble a little on the Loki. It's learn other heroes. Stop going into your match and then just you're trolling people's bans. That's another thing I hate is that you're going in with a guy that's like, oh, I want to play Black Panther. I want to play like Spider-Man. But then you see the rest of your team as playing double tank shields. You've got like a Hela on your team, and then you've got like two stationary, like you got Cloak and Dagger and Luna, and you're just playing Spider-Man. It's like, dude, like you're like banning Namors and stuff in your matches, or you're banning pennies because you don't want to have to deal with that. That's so like entitled and rude. I hate it, dude.
Well,
I
not only that,
hate
it's
it.
like how I was saying, there's some players where you're like, it makes you think for a second. You're like, is this like real? Are they like really in my rank? Like,
Exactly.
and not even in a mean way. It's just in a way that's where it's like the matchmaking shouldn't have put this guy on my team.
Yeah.
It's like
And
if that guy were to be put on the enemy team, I'd be like, why is this guy on the enemy team? Or like, it feels way too easy. Like,
it also feels bad because it's like
feels so bad.
yeah, the enemy team is like full on like stacked, and then you get this guy that's a one trick because they just want to play this hero, and it's just frustrating, and it really ruins my ranked experience. Like I crash out a lot of the times because I'm just like, dude, like I just want to rank up, and I feel like people like us, right? You and I are if I can brag, we're exceptionally good at tanking. Like we are really good at being good tanks to the point that we put a dent in the enemy team. And then we have these guys on our team that are just absolutely, they shouldn't be on our team. They shouldn't be in our ranks. And because we're so exceptional at what we do, we carry them through their wins. And then these guys get people like us every game after game, and they're just getting put through. Like they're making, I mean, I know for a fact, I'm watching people's matches and I see like I like peek into some of their histories and I'm watching them and they're just not performing, but they have these guys that are just overperforming and they're putting in God's work, and these guys are just carrying these guys through the ranks. I watched a guy the other day play Jeff, right? He's playing Jeff. The Storm is banned. We don't need a Jeff. He's forcing Jeff. I look into his history. The game before that, he's playing Penny. The game after that, he was playing Wolverine. The game before that, he was playing Groot. The game before that, he's playing like Hela. The game before that, he was playing Magic. And then the game before that, he was playing Invisible Woman. And he gets like, I'm thinking, and he's never performing. He's just picking these heroes, and he's always the weakest link. And I'm thinking, like, bro, there's no way you're flexing. Like, why did you pick Jeff in my match? Like, explain that to me. Why did you pick that in my match and you couldn't go Invisible Woman or Rocket when you clearly played them well in the others? It's like, what is Jeff doing here? Like, why do we have this? Why are you putting this through torture, my guy? It like, is. I can't wait.
There's two type of players. There's
Chris,
ones like me and you.
I can't
like
wait. I can't wait to see our comment sections. Sorry.
I need to see it. But
Go
it's like
ahead.
there's two kind of players. There's like players like me and you, where it's like we go on, we're consistent in like what we do, and we know how to play our characters, right?
Right.
But then there's also the other kind of players where they just go with the flow. Maybe today I win, maybe today I lose. Kind of like they don't. How do I say this in a nice way? They don't really play anything.
Right.
Like they kind of just like they're kind of fill demons, where it's like you ask them like, "Oh, what do you play?" I'll fill, and they're like, "I can play anything." But then you get in the game, and they can't really play anything.
Yeah.
At all. So it's like it feels.
It's like that Squirrel Girl player.
Gosh.
Do you remember the Squirrel Girl player that we had?
I was bad. But earlier, I think I found somebody even worse.
Really?
Earlier, I was playing Strange, and I had this Wolverine, and we were just getting like demolished.
Right.
And I just had to ask the guy. I was like, I didn't know how to say it nicely, so I was like, "Do you normally play DPS? Like, do you want to swap?" And he was like, "No, I only play this role." I go to his profile. He is on a 21 game loss streak, only playing Wolverine. Who is going to tell this guy to stop playing this character?
The fact that he even got to those ranks 21 games ago makes me
that's
like.
the difference though between a peak and your rank that you play in. Like,
yeah, I can see.
I feel like a lot of these games where like we'll get someone where it's like maybe this is their peak,
right?
And it's kind of like hard for them to keep it at that moment, right. So they're like maybe not performing as good. That I understand, because like if you're like getting to a high rank for the first time and you're kind of struggling to get there, that's normal. That's like how you get better.
I will say, I think next season is going to be great because obviously the seasons are shorter, right? So, they're only going to be 2 months instead of like what they were with these. Like it was kind of like a 3-month season. we're gonna have a month season and then a halfway point, so it's gonna be like 2 months, right? Which is great.
Yeah.
I think that's going to help clear the inflation of people, like with getting to like. Here's the thing: me and Chris, we got to Celestial 2, like last halfway season. We did it in like record time, where it was like 99.9% of players, right? We were like one division away from top 500 for almost the
Oh yeah,
entire
we
season.
were I think we were like a few games off, like when we first started playing. Like legitimately 2 or 3 games off of top 500.
All like throughout the whole time we were just chasing it. And
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is that we were playing really well. I will say this season, Chris, I think you and I really leveled up. Like our whole group really leveled up. Even going like 13-0 in that tournament was a big deal for us. Like we didn't think we were going to do that because we didn't even practice, but we all leveled up really well. The thing is though is that like if you wait on the ranks too long, then you get the inflations. Like right now, Celestial is like 98% of people. It's not even 99 anymore. It's 98. It's not even in top 1%. It's top 2%. And like,
Yeah.
it's that you're getting some people that typically.
It's noticeable that yeah, you'll get those people where, like we were saying earlier, they just should not be there. Like
Yeah.
in the nicest way possible. It's like uh there's a difference between playing as many games as you can to get to a rank and getting to the rank where you should actually be at
Yeah.
and
Next season,
consistently stay there.
I'm just going to say this right now. Next season, win or lose, diamond and platinum area, I'm just going to play my heart out. And I know I'm going to lose a lot, and I don't care. I'm going to solo queue a lot more and just have fun playing the heroes I want to play. But I mean, like, I don't know if I really want to climb as much as I used to. I'm not going to throw people's matches, though. But, like, I mean, I'm just at those lower ranks, it is a whatever thing because your chances of winning is a lot less, anyways.
Mm.
I just want to enjoy the game, but I'm just tired of playing. Like I never wanted to be a Magneto player. I never wanted to, and I still don't want to. But Chris, you got to admit, it's pretty noticeable when I'm not on Mag, is it not?
Yeah.
It's
I do think the way to have fun in Rivals is to just play like whoever you think is fun
right.
in that moment. Cause like I don't know. That's kind of why I'm happy to be honest. It's a hero every month. Because
Yeah.
like me personally, I'm a Scarlet Demon.
Right.
I still like playing Scarlet from time to time. She's still one of my favorite heroes to play.
Right.
But it's like the way I like playing is I kind of like dedicating a season to learning a character and
Right.
just kind of like not one tricking them, but like mastering that character.
I
And
mean,
I did
dude,
that with Strange this season.
dude, Chris, you're talking to 25 lords, okay? I'll have you know.
See, you're right up my alley. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I want to like the way I have fun in games like this is learning the new characters and learning all the tech and stuff and being able to like actually get good at it.
The lords that I've gotten this season, just this season alone, I got Ultron in the first week. I got oh, by the
That's
way,
so crazy.
small little announcement: I will be streaming a 24-hour stream, getting the new hero to Lord, whoever it might
Oh
be.
my gosh.
I'm going to get that hero to Lord in the first day, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna be a big shot doing it, dude. You know what I'm saying? But I got Ultron to Lord. I got Hawkeye now to Lord. I got Hela to Lord. I got Squirrel Girl. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, that character is a blast. No pun intended. She is nuts. I'm working on Luna right now, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm finding a lot of enjoyment on Luna. I'm playing a lot of the characters that are really good right now in the season because it's a lot easier to get to the Lords on. Squirrel Girl though was a really rough, but at the same time it was easy because I've got good aim. She's really bad into flyer meta. I'll tell you that right now. But I got her in like 15 hours. That was like one of the yeah.
Yeah, she's not great at the moment.
Yeah, who else did I get? I got the Hulk. I got Hulk to Lord. That was fun.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, I've done a lot of heroes this season. Just I got Namor.
Hawkeye?
I got Hawkeye. I said that one. But I got Namor as well. That one. I'll be honest. Namor might be one of my favorite heroes to play in this game. Him, Luna, and like Squirrel Girl right now are like actually just peak for me.
I've always liked Namor, but I feel like in most of my games, I just don't get a chance to play him.
Oh, dude,
Like,
I love him. He's
he's
I
so
beam
fun. He's
with
so
him.
satisfying. I think it's the noises. I like
Yeah.
hearing the little squids go like when
The
you're
the
shooting people.
whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So for the most part, I'm going to be lording the next new hero. I will be running with a group, and particularly I will be streaming it. So if anyone wants to join, if anyone wants to hang out, maybe even play in my matches, I will be requiring that you do not take the character from me. But yeah, I will be playing with a lot of friends and stuff, and I will be doing that in the first day. So, you guys, I think, Chris, this is going to probably wrap it up for today's episode. It's great to be back. On the next episode, I think we're going to be maybe doing a tier list, and we'll be doing a season 2 recap. I'm sure on the next episode, we're probably going to know maybe some season 3 details. So that should be cool. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We don't know yet, but if we do, it'll be a pretty content-packed episode I'm excited for. But it will be probably the last episode for the podcast probably before the next season. So that should be crazy. All right, but Chris, anything else you want to add before we dip out?
Honestly, just I'm so happy for all the people that made it to China
Yeah.
in the tourney. That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Can't wait. It's so cool. I don't know. I just can't wait to see them all play. It's kind of hype. Like the first LAN.
Yeah.
Like, okay, actually, you know what? Really quick. I was thinking about this, right?
Okay.
You know the Fortnite World Cup?
Yeah.
Like the very first one? This is kind of like that.
It's
kinda
giving me
equal
those
to it.
vibes. I was gonna say that.
Like,
yeah, it's definitely
because
giving
there's
me vibes.
a couple players and teams that don't have orgs in some of the regions where it's like, it's good to have that booga effect where it's like a player you might not have like recognized is going to become pretty recognizable, I think, pretty soon. Or
Right.
even the ones that are already pretty popular, like Terra, Amazing, and a couple of the other ones as well. I think these players are going to become, or like Cal, I think are become like very, like, these are going to be like your tabletop players. Like you're going to recognize these players pretty soon.
Right. I'm just
I
juiced,
don't know, I'm
man.
excited for that. I'm excited.
I'm excited, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I want to say, Chris, always a pleasure have you on every week for us to do the podcast together. Episode 43, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are close to 10,000 subscribers, so please, if you guys can, we just want to quickly ask if you guys made it to the end of the video, leave a comment below. Like this video. Let's try to get it to like 100 likes. That'd be fantastic. And, Chris, don't forget to subscribe to Chris. His details are always below. His name is tagged in the description. Just click over there. You go right over to his channel. Give him some love as per usual so that he can buy more candy.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.